I'm Carrie Adams, and you're listening to Carrie's Connoisseurs, coming to you from Solid Gold Podcasts. Here we talk to the movers and shakers, the drinkers, the dreamers, and all the people who make it happen in the liquor and luxury industries from around the world. Welcome everybody to Carrie's Connoisseurs, and I've got David Higgs in my studio today, which makes me the envy, possibly, I think, of half the world's female population. David, hello.
Hi, thanks for that.
Thank you for making time, my sweetheart. I know it's lunchtime and you're at the restaurant and all kinds of things, so thank you for making time for me.
Absolute pleasure, always.
Jojo sent me a thing last week to say that you're opening up a restaurant, a Marble, in Cape Town, and I thought, I definitely have to speak to you. Spill the beans.
Yeah, look, it's something that we've been busy with for a while. We feel that the Marble brand is truly a brand that can travel. It's an international brand. And we have been talking to the waterfront for probably 5 or 6 years now, waiting for the right site. You know, I think Cape Town is very much about finding the right place. And especially over the last couple of years, it's become more and more apparent that the waterfront is almost the only place to go to, because they've got the infrastructure, they've got electricity, they've got water, they've got safety, parking, it's clean. So yeah, we waited, we were patient, and we've got the most incredible site for Marble Cape Town.
It sounds like you've got a 360-degree view. I feel in the press release that Joe did,
yeah,
it feels to me like it's a transfer of Keys Avenue to the waterfront. Glass building, same sort of thing. I mean, Irene is just sensational. Gary's wife, who does all your interiors and things.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that are you going to try and keep the same look and feel?
Look, I think the important thing is that when you walk into the restaurant, that you will know that you're in a Marble or in the Marble group of restaurants. You know, we have a certain blueprint that when you enter our spaces, you know that you've come home essentially to a Marble. So yes, we've got the fires where all the same artists and industrial designers are working with Irene again. So you'll definitely know that you're in Marble, but obviously going to Cape Town with one of the 7 wonders of the world, it's got to be yeah, we're going to become the 8th wonder of the world. No, that sounds too arrogant. But no, we want to.
That's okay.
No. We want to really sort of do Cape Town justice, and there will be a few twists and turns. You know, my business partners are all Greek, maybe a little bit more of a Mediterranean kind of feel, being down on the coast. But meat will always be there. It will always be about the meat. The cooking on fire will always be there. Maybe just the element of, I've just come back from Spain, and you know, I sat on the beach and I had the most incredible paella. You know, we want to do some beautiful ice shellfish showpieces.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be a grand affair. I can tell you that much.
I'm so excited, and I think that you're going to ruffle quite a lot of feathers in Cape Town. And I know that you're going to make the best restaurant in Cape Town, which is definitely going to ruffle a couple of feathers. But you're essentially going home, aren't you?
Yeah,
Cape
look,
Town's your home space, isn't
it? It is my home space, but I definitely won't be moving down there. I will probably spend the first couple of months there during the first season, because we open in November next year, so November, December, January. But you know, the heart will always be Marble in Rosebank, you know, and the most important thing for us is that the showpiece and the centerpiece of everything remains stable. So we are taking my head chef here at the moment. Matt will be going down with Caitlin, who is our pastry chef here, so they'll head up the kitchen down there. So we know that is in good hands, and we've got Lebo that is at Zoo at the moment, that will probably go down from a management point of view. So the core of the team will understand what Marble is about.
Yeah. It's as you say, it's just got a specific sort of pedigree that you've built up for Marble, and a very specific stamp and signature. You can't really afford to veer too far from that, because you spend a lot of time and effort and money making sure that happens. And yesterday when I was at Marble, I just couldn't help thinking all over again how you boys have just managed to elevate dare I say it, probably, you know me, I'm so controversial, I get shot down in flames, but you did elevate the eating space in Johannesburg to heights that we haven't had for a long time.
Look, I think
your garage shop. I mean, you've got such a posh garage shop, for goodness bloody sake.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in there the other day. It's like a really posh garage shop. Where was that coming from?
Yeah, they came from lockdown, actually. But I want to touch on just something that you just said now before. And I think what's very important about Marble is that in the recent Eat Out Awards, we did quite well, and it means a hell of a lot to me because of Marble. We're one of the only large format restaurants in that selection of 40 restaurants.
In that space,
you know, and that means a hell of a lot for me. And what I was trying to explain to someone the other day was that Marble delivers at a very high level. It's not a fine dining restaurant, but it delivers at a level that we can be consistent. So it's not so something that fumbles around over here, and it's not a fine dining restaurant, but we deliver so that we can keep it consistent. So at the highest possible level, in service, in food, in the dining experience. And Marble really is, and all our restaurants is about an experience.
It's fantastic. It's exactly what it is, what you said. The service delivery is exactly what you say. Your service is unbelievable. Vickers is an amazing, amazing head sommelier. He's trained all your wine staff well. It's understated and completely over-delivers on every single turn. And it is fine dining because the food that comes out of your kitchen is more than fine dining. So you've managed to do an under-the-radar fine dining with a hell of a service level. Yeah. It's extraordinary. Yeah. We haven't got it anywhere else in the country.
No, and people allow you to do that. You know, my team allows me to do that. You know, the guys in the kitchen, the guys on the floor. As you said, you know, I've got the best som in the country, and I've got the best junior som in the country working on the same floor. You know, it's unbelievable, and you know, people do not. Probably, and this is probably something that you would want to speak to about on a different day, but people underestimate, and I'm talking about people, I'm talking about restaurateurs, underestimate the value of a som on the floor, you know? Like sometimes we have 4 soms on the floor and it's still not enough, you know? So...
But you know, the other thing is that, dare I say it, there's soms and soms.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, you need soms who really, really do, and you guys have done a really fab job of making sure that your soms are very well versed.
Well, a som needs to listen.
So that's
the important thing for me.
The food. I was speaking earlier today. I was interviewing with Johannes and Johanna from the Living Room.
Yes.
In Natal.
Yeah, well done to them. Congratulations.
Very fortunately won their thing. And he was telling me something interesting. He's a German guy. Yeah. He's of German descent, but he was telling me that they currently don't really serve too much in the way of fish.
Yeah.
Because it's their way of trying to contribute to saving the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's one of the Gen Z things that we are going to write about and laugh about in 40 years' time, or what?
I don't know. You know, like we do know that we got issues. I mean, I grew up in Namibia, you know, where fish was in abundance, and you can go out and you can catch 20 cob on a fishing rod in the morning, you know, quite quickly, and then we would feed ourselves with that, and then we would barter with meat with that, and you know, all of that kind of thing. But I think with the ocean is that we do know that the ocean is one of the spaces that can replenish itself relatively quickly.
Yeah, it does.
And I think they spoke, if you stopped for 7 years of fishing and everything else, it could replenish it back to almost what it was formerly.
7 is such a magic number.
It is.
Everything happens when you're 7.
It is.
Or when it's 7. Avocado pears, vineyards, the sea.
So yeah, look, I don't know.
Years.
I think we just have to be respectful. We also know that people need to eat, and there are fishermen out there that need to be supported. So I think there's a way of going around it, and we try and respect that.
And besides which, South Africans couldn't live if they didn't have a plate of David's octopus ever again in their whole life.
Exactly, and it is local octopus, so yeah.
Is it local octopus?
Yeah. Very much
so. The wine list is Vickers.
Well, not hard to best for it local, but those aren't octopus, I can tell you that.
All caught up in the middle of that hyacinth.
Jesus.
I know, it's horrible. Is Vickers going to be putting your wine list together in Cape Town for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt. You know, I think probably one of the more exciting things, we've already allocated a budget for every month starting in January. We've got something really special in place. Vickers has forged some incredible relationships with local farms. We want to get some special vintages that we already. And I think the one thing is that Vickers has an incredible relationship with the winemakers, and with the wine farms. And so when you have that relationship, there's always something special that comes out. There's always that extra attention and so forth. So
it's not your normal common or garden.
No.
2022 Cabernet.
No.
It's not going to be
exactly. I always laugh about that. Coming from the winelands and cooking in Rustenfrede, at Rustenfrede, when the swallows came, the Germans. They always used to come in January was a really busy month for Germans, and they would always want, say, if it was 2022, January 22, they would always want the January 2022 vintage of Sauvignon Blanc. So that was obviously only one place, was Robertson, I think. Jesus.
I know. But I used to be a bit like that. I mean, I'm not too big a Sauvignon Blanc girl.
Yeah.
I always say it's a little bit sort of one-dimensional and unpretty, but she's becoming prettier.
No, she's becoming pretty.
Much prettier.
Yeah.
But I used to say if you could just drink it straight off the vine, put the straw in the grape and drink it would be better. But there are some quite nice aged ones now.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, Dav, tell me something. Before we go, opening November next year, in time for Christmas, we know that.
Yep.
Opening in the waterfront, we know that. You've told me that you're going to come and go, so we're not losing you forever in Johannesburg, because that's what everybody's pooping themselves about in Johannesburg at this stage. Yeah? So you are going to come and go. I was going to ask you something personal before we go. What are you cooking for Christmas?
You know what I do for Christmas? You might laugh.
Oh, what?
So I always go for a very long bike ride, and on I think it's the N12 that goes to Vereniging, there's a Wimpy. So I usually do a Wimpy breakfast there, and then I go to the Troyville Hotel for Christmas lunch. So
is the Troyville Hotel still open?
It is. They've renovated. They've even got like a little deli there now, and yeah. So I always go and have a bigger plate of prawns.
Is the Troyville Hotel, is that where they used to have Norman's Grill?
That's exactly where they had Norman's Grill. I think, yes. Is it? Yes, I think so.
Yeah, they used to have like a big tray that somebody brought around that had like butter bean salad, and it was so retro, it was so divine, and the best prawns. The best prawns, honestly. Yeah, so you'll probably find me there. Yeah. Always, every year. Since I got to Joburg. You and your bicycle?
Not on my bicycle. But, no, I'm not going to ride in Troyville with my bicycle, that's for sure. Otherwise, it would be a good Christmas for somebody.
They're looking for trouble. So there we have it, guys. The country's best chef. Wimpy for breakfast on Christmas morning, and the Troyville Hotel for lunch, a bicycle ride. David, I love you.
Love you too.
I just think all of you boys, good luck to you and Gary and Vickers and everybody. I can't wait to see Marble in
we can't wait to
We'll speak again.
Yeah, we can't wait to see what Irene has in store for us. I mean, that's always the biggest surprise. So, we're excited.
She must be sourcing artwork and stuff. Did you say that you're using the same artists?
Indeed. They've become such an integral part of our brand. So, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. You're an absolute national treasure. Thank you, my darling. Thanks for joining me.
Terry, thanks so much.
Have a happy Christmas.
You too. Bye.
Goodbye.
Another production from Solid Gold Podcasts.